Today I'm going to show you the perfect companion to your iron. If you joined me last week for Cool Tools, I shared the Oliso TG 1600 Pro Plus iron, and I shared all of my favorite features and why I think it's an amazing iron. Well, after I posted that video, I sent a link to my contact at Oliso, and I told her how much I love the iron. You know, I've had it for a while. The steam on it still worked, but it wasn't as robust as it was when I first got it. So she sent me a brand new iron and the subject of today's Cool Tools. So I now have a Buttercup yellow Oliso iron, and honestly, if she hadn't offered to send me this, I would still be happy snappy with my pink one because I absolutely love that one as well. This one, I can tell you, is all revved up and super steamy. I'm going to show you how steamy it is. Ready? So I've put my hand on the handle and I'm going to press my steam. I think you can see it in front of my face. Isn't that cool? I think you can see it. So when I was reviewing all of my materials when I opened my new iron, I want to do 2 public service announcements for Oliso iron owners. Public service announcement number 1, make sure you register your iron, because if you do, you get 10% off future purchase at oliso.com. I think that's very cool. Plus, this iron has a 3-year manufacturer's warranty. So if your iron is not working right and it's within 3 years, please contact them because they will make it right for you. I mean, from my own experience, you can see now I have, my pink Oliso iron and a Buttercup yellow one. Their customer service is amazing. That would be another reason why I want to promote Oliso irons, because buying things from companies that have excellent customer service just makes a happier experience all the way around. So super excited about my Buttercup yellow iron. Now I want to share the other thing she sent me. You can probably find these wool pressing surfaces in almost any sewing store you walk into. They're available in a variety of shapes and sizes. The Oliso MultiMat has a very cool feature that I think makes it stand above all others. You can actually hitch them up to make larger surfaces in different configurations. So let's take a look at this here. Okay, so I've got one mat. They come with these orange silicone tabs. Now, what do you do with this little tab? The little tabs fit into these holes. So if I wanted to have a larger than a 14-inch square, I could hitch them up together like this. So let's do 2 together first. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just stick these tabs in. Notice how nice and easy they go in. I mean, very nice and easy. Okay. So now you can see I've got 2 in a row. And if I jostle them, you can see they stay together really nicely. I can actually add a third, because one of my favorite things to do is work on pants projects. And if you're working on pants, you need a long, skinny pressing surface to press your legs. So I'm going to go ahead and make 3 in a row here. And I'm going to just flip it over like this. And now what you can see is, you can see the little dots, the little ends of the silicone tabs are in there, but I've got a big long pressing surface. So now I can bring over my Buttercup Oliso iron and I can press. This is a muslin I'm working on for my daughter, Anna. So notice I can lay the whole leg out here and I can press it. And of course, one of the things I love about the Oliso iron is the fact that it's got those little legs. So while I'm adjusting my fabric on the pressing surface, the sole plate is not scorching my pressing surface. It's lifted up. I love that. So once I get this all situated, you can see I can give this a nice press. When I get back from my trip, well, I have 2 trips actually. I'm going to Kentucky this week, and then next week I'm going to Houston. But when I get back, I'm going to be going full blast to make my daughter the perfect pair of pants. And you can see that I'm going to be using this pressing surface to make the process so much easier. So I just think this is very cool. The surface, the wool naturally reflects the heat back onto the fabric, so you're pressing the top and the bottom layer of fabric at the same time. The surface of this pressing mat is also textured. You can use it to hold fabrics that may be shifty. Nothing will slide on here. And you can use it as a design board if you're a quilter. You can hitch up multiple mats and make any configuration you'd like. Let me just show you one other configuration. I'm going to just stick my iron back over here. So let's say I want to work on a bodice now. And the bodice is too wide to go on a two mats next to each other. I can flip this back over and I can make a 28-inch square with 4 of them. So you can see how easy this is. All I'm going to do here is hitch up all of the middle edges together. So the center of the mat where they all come together, we'll get 4 of these tabs like this. And then we want to make sure it stays secure on the end, so I'm going to go ahead and hitch up the edges as well, and that way nothing is going to slide around. So I've got one there. I'm just going to keep turning it until I get all the edges secured. Okay, and then you have additional holes so you can store your extra ones. So like if you want to just stick your extra ones into the corners like this, you know, you can keep them in there so nothing gets lost. I'm just going to stick them in there. That way, I mean, that's the maximum I would need to do a 28-inch square, and I still have 4 extra ones. So if you lose one, you will have spares to make this configuration. So I think that's very cool. So I'm going to show you how easy this is to work with. I have hitched together all 4. I'm literally going to pick it up and plop it back down. And you can see it stayed put. It's not fiddly. You know, I was able to pick the whole thing up, flip it over, and now you can see I have a big 28-inch pressing surface that I can do bodices. I can work on quilt squares, anything that I need a larger space to press. This is perfect for prepping fabric, you know, ironing your fabric before you cut out garments. I am going to be using this all the time. So excited. If you're looking for a New Zealand wool pressing surface, these are a 1/2 inch thick. They are modular, meaning you can get as many as you'd like and hitch them up in any configuration you'd like. Super excited. So this is the perfect companion for your iron, whether it be an Oliso iron or any other brand. And if you'd like to check these out, you can check the description below for a link. I'll put the link to the MultiMat and also the Oliso iron. And join me tomorrow for Fit Tip Tuesday. I'm going to share the differences between a forward shoulder versus a forward neck. So what does it look like when you need to adjust for a forward ball of your shoulder versus if your neck sits forward of your shoulders? That's a question I got a while back and I've been meaning to answer it. So I'm uploading it as a Fit Tip Tuesday this week. I am in Kentucky this week at the University of Kentucky teaching for the Master Volunteer Garment Construction Group. It's a really fun time. I'm sure I'm having a blast even as you're watching this because I flew out this morning. And the good news is, though, I will be back for FabFit Friday. So join me this Friday at 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I'll give you a recap of all the fun I had during the week. And then also I will be starting to investigate my bias top that has a sleeve. So join me for that. I hope you enjoyed this hot, cool tool, and thank you so much for watching and have a lovely rest of your day.